Death Wish Update. Brought to you by Death Wish Coffee. Wake the cup up!
Hi guys, Jeff Exotic here, and welcome to the craziest Facebook Live I'm probably ever going to do. Yes, this is my real body. Yes, this is my real shirt. And yes, I would shoot you before I shot my cat. I hope you all saw Tiger King. If you didn't, it's pretty crazy. Be doing a lot of fun different things today. This is actually a Snapchat filter that I was able to use thanks to Snap Camera. I've got 1,000 different things going here. Let me see if I can give you a little bit better. There we go. I'm now at Joe Exotic's ranch. You can see him behind me and with his tigers. And I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy. Hello to everybody on Facebook. Hello to everybody on YouTube. And hello to everybody on Twitch. And we got a lot of fun stuff going on today. I'm going to show you guys a brand new segment we're going to do called Quarantown because none of us can travel. We're all either stuck at home or quarantined or isolated or whatever. But thanks to the power of the internet, I can travel wherever the hell I want. So you guys are going to come with me on a couple different adventures today in Quarantown, the first ever time we're going to do that. And we got some other fun stuff happening too. First, I want to show you guys, I get this asked all the time from that intro of the show with all of those awesome graphics and everything. People are like, well, where's that from? Well, we made a commercial with an incredible company called Galileo. We've been working with them. And we made this brand new commercial called Origin that's been running on internet, and it's been running in various markets. We've been trying to get it everywhere it possibly can be. In fact, somebody called me the other day and said that it was on one of those TV screens you have when you're pumping gas. How cool is that? But in case you haven't checked it out, you can see it on YouTube, on our YouTube channel and everything. But in case you haven't checked it out, I wanted to show you guys that full commercial right here.
It started lower than dirt, fought its way into the light, journeyed across oceans, endured a hellish heat, all to keep you thriving through your own grind. We make the world's strongest coffee. You bring it to life. Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee.
Pretty cool, right? I love that commercial. I think it came out amazing. We're going to be doing some more exciting things with like commercial type stuff throughout this year and next year, which is really great. For those of you guys just joining me, yes, I am here on the Joe Exotic Tiger Farm. I hope you guys have caught Tiger King. It's absolutely crazy. How many of you guys think that Joe Exotic is wrongfully imprisoned? Let me know in those comments. I am watching the comments. I'm trying to watch. You guys should see my house right now. I made basically a DIY television studio. In fact, I'm going to pull the curtain back literally and show you right now, because right now what I'm using is something called Snap Camera. And you guys will be able to find all about that. I wrote a blog about it. It's coming out on Death Wish later today. But if you guys want to see, this is really what is going on. I've got a makeshift blue screen. This is a curtain from my bedroom that I've got hung up behind me. And I've got I've got my television as a monitor. I've got 2 laptops. I got my mixer. I got all of my recording stuff. It is absolutely craziness in this room right now. I've been driving my wife absolutely nuts. She asked the other day if our local grocery store might stock sardine oil. I don't know why she asked that, but maybe it had something to do with the Tiger King. I don't know. I do want to say, though, for just like normal, for you guys who are just tuning in, you guys know that for being a fan of this show, you get a special discount code.
Secret code unlocked. Discount of death.
That's right. Go on over to deathwishcoffee.com, pick up some of the world's strongest coffee, some of our amazing merchandise, and at checkout, don't forget to type in the discount code Mother of Content. That's all one word. Mother of Content will save you 12% off, and that's in loving memory of Shannon, our Mother of Content. She's not dead. She's just stuck at home like me. So I was thinking maybe on a future episode we could do like a video chat where she could come in, because I definitely miss doing this in the studio. I miss doing this not in my house. As you can see, I'm going a little crazy, but it's all good. I do want to mention that we have something really cool coming out tomorrow. For all you guys looking for something new, something to keep you guys away from the wind, we got a brand new Windbreaker coming out right there. You can see it. It is awesome. It fits wonderfully, just like our old one, but it's updated. It's super comfortable. It'll break all that wind, and it'll be out tomorrow on deathwishcoffee.com. So you're definitely going to want to go over and check that out as well. So you guys have been on this journey with me into madness right now. Like I said, I love this new snap camera thing. I don't know if you guys saw the recent news story about the lady she's the boss of a company, and she downloaded this and didn't know how to turn it off and had to go into a very big meeting as a potato, like this. Like I get to be a potato. I think I'm a potato. Am I a potato with you guys? I hope I am. I'm seeing some of these comments. Thank you guys so much for joining. By the way, Demuck Darkness over on YouTube. Yes, my cat is still mad at me. Yes, Ryan, our new Windbreaker can fend off tigers. And Queen Cosmo over on Twitch. When are we going to get Death Wish hazmat suits? I don't know. Maybe after we're out of all of this. I don't know. Here, let me see if I can have a better filter. Is this a better filter? Yeah, there we go. Now we're in calmness. I'm in better times. It's where I wish I was. I got to go visit my parents right before all this craziness happened, so I did get to spend some time on the beach, which was really nice. But while I set up this next segment, which is going to be our brand new Quarantown segment, I want to show you guys, speaking of travel, none of us can travel anymore, and it sucks. But I miss travel. I'm sure you guys miss travel as well. And I made this video for Death Wish a while back, which I had a lot of fun making this up. And it's basically, I was looking to go on vacation a couple of years ago, and I wanted to go to a place I'd never been, and I've heard so much about, Valhalla. You guys have heard of Valhalla, right? Well, I really wanted to find out how to get there, but I couldn't find any directions. So I asked really the only person I knew how, and that was Siri. How to ask, I asked Siri for directions to Valhalla, and she kind of helped me out. Here's that. All right, I'm all packed. I think I'm ready to hit the road. Cannot wait for this vacation. Ooh, I should get directions before I get in the car. Never been there before. Hey, Siri, can I get directions to Valhalla?
Do you mean Valhalla, the Hall of the Dead?
Yes. Can I get directions?
Here are directions. First, you need to go to Norway.
Norway?
Yes. Would you like me to look for flights to Norway?
No, not yet. We'll deal with that later. What happens when I get to Norway?
You need to go to Galdhøpiggen.
Wait, what? What's a
Galdhøpiggen is the tallest mountain in Norway.
Okay. What do I do when I get there?
Climb to the top of Galdhøpiggen, then look for the Bifrost.
The Bifrost? Oh, like the Rainbow Bridge from the movie Thor.
No. That is a movie. The Bifrost is on top of the mountain Galdhøpiggen.
Oh, okay. Well, how do I find the Bifrost?
Only those worthy to see Asgard can find the Bifrost.
Am I worthy?
I cannot answer that.
Well, if I am worthy and I find the Bifrost, what do I do then?
You cross the Bifrost on foot. It is a 2-day walk to Asgard.
2 days? Jeez, that seems like a hell of a lot of work. Isn't there an easier way to get to Valhalla?
There is. The easiest way to get to Valhalla is to die.
Oh. Maybe I'll just stay home. So there you have it. And now you all have directions to Valhalla. Siri helped me out a little bit. I had a lot of fun making that a couple years ago. I could probably do it a little bit better now that I know the tech a little bit better, but that was fun. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Let me know how you guys are doing. I'm watching these comments. Thank you guys so much to tune in on Facebook, on Twitch, and on YouTube. I do want to mention real quick, the podcast, Fueled by Deathcast, has been going strong. Every single week we've been coming out with new episodes. This last week we had on Henry Zabrowski from the last podcast on the left, Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. He was in The Wolf of Wall Street. Really funny comedian. I got to talk with him, and that was this week's episode. Also, on the science segment, every single Sunday, I've been coming out with, I started the Alien series. So if you guys like aliens, tune into that. Part 1 and Part 2 are up on our Facebook and our YouTube page right now. And I'm going to be coming out with more episodes every single week. So I've been trying to stay busy at home. Hopefully you guys have been staying busy as well. Hello from Washington Crossing, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Illinois, Massachusetts, and Miami, and everywhere that I'm seeing people come in. South Carolina, thank you guys so much for coming in and watching the show. And so, without further ado, I'm going to try this brand new segment we're going to start doing. I'm going to do this maybe a couple times a week. It's going to be called Welcome to Quarantown, and I'm going to switch it over. This is why I've got right now, like I said, to show you, to pull the curtain back again, this blue screen doesn't matter for what I'm doing right now. But if this works, I'm going to go to Times Square right now. Ha! Okay, now before I do this, I just want to show real quick. Let's see if I can do this. Can I do this? There we go. There we go. Okay. So here's the main thing. Welcome to Quarantown. Population, all of us. We're all in Quarantown. We can't actually go anywhere. We can't actually travel. But thanks to the wonders of the internet and webcams across the world and EarthCam, special shout out to EarthCam. All of this footage that you guys are about to see is courtesy of them, and they're allowing me to use it, which is awesome. So because of EarthCam, we can go wherever the hell we want. So let me know in those comments where you want to see future episodes of Quarantown goes. But this week, we're going to go to Times Square, and this is live. This is a live feed of Times Square right now, and I can manipulate this as we're watching. In fact, what I love about this is you see all these tables. Usually these tables are filled with people, and they've put them together to spell out I love New York, which is just amazing down there. And usually there'd be tons of people around, and as you can see, there's barely 10. There is a bunch of security in place and a couple people. Like that guy looks like he's on his phone. What are you looking at, sir? Hey, sir, what are you looking at? But this is, I don't know, have you guys ever been to Times Square? I've been there a bunch. Living in, there's Siri. Shut up, Siri. I've been there a bunch. Living in upstate New York, I get to go down to the city a bunch. But Times Square is pretty crazy. I got some facts, actually, as I'm looking at this with you guys that I wanted to share. Did you guys know that this used to... Oh, there's a biker. Look at the biker. There he is. Go, biker, go. Get out of there. Be safe, another biker. Oh, they're probably delivering food and all sorts of stuff to people. Thank goodness for them for still working through all of this. And the seagulls and the pigeons are there as well. Times Square used to be called Long Acre Square back in the day. It was actually changed to Times Square in 1904. April 8th, 1904, actually the New York Times moved its headquarters to this area. And so they renamed the area Times Square, which is pretty crazy. 50 million people a year pass by on foot in Times Square. There's a dog. Wait, there's a dog. Look at that dog. Look at him. Look at the dog. Oh, my gosh. Sorry, my voice cracked. I just love dogs. There he is. I love that little dog. Goodbye, little dog. Stay safe. 330,000 people a day usually are right in this spot where you're seeing right now, which is so crazy. Do you guys know the largest crowd ever to hit Times Square? I had to look this up because I was like, well, if 330,000 people a day hit it, like there must have been a day. Like I thought it would have been New Year's Eve, obviously, right? Wrong. It was actually 2 million people were in Times Square on, I got it written down, August 14th, 1945, to celebrate the U.S. victory in World War II. See, that guy's on his phone over there in the background. Guy's on his phone. He's taking selfies. Speaking of New Year's Eve, the New Year's Eve ball drop started December 31st, 1907 to usher in the 1908 year, and it's happened every year since, except for during the war. 1942 and 1943, there was what was called a wartime blackout, so there was no Times Square during that time. Let's see if I can switch it over to a different view. This would be the south view, if I can switch it. There we go. That's the wonderful billboard right there, telling New Yorkers to practice that social distancing, help save lives, and a thank you to everybody working. Those giant billboards, they run about $1,000 to $3,000 a day to advertise. But these big ones, the big ones on like the main buildings on the ends there, they can go up to $50,000 a day. And that's why you only see like the big name brands like Coca-Cola and that kind of thing on there, which is crazy. What also is crazy about the New York Times Square is that it wasn't always this nice. In 1960, it was actually considered the worst block in town. Some even said the worst block in the world. It had tons of... there is some... Let me hear. Wait. Wait. I can do this.
Secret code
right, almost half.
Discount on gas.
The road. Cannot wait for this vacation.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, I should.
Okay. Whew. I want to get away from those advertisements. But some people said that it was so bad during that time frame that no one would even go there because of the strip clubs and the crime. Over 2,300 acts of crime were recorded in 1984. And now let's see if I can go back to it. Hiya! Look at that. Right back. There we are, back in Times Square. That guy is doing his job, keeping the streets clean, because this is the best time to keep the streets clean because nobody is on them. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see if I can go back to Times Square, the 4K version. Thank you to EarthCam. We are all in Times Square right now. This is where we all are, live in Times Square. And it's just crazy to see it with nobody there. So, like I said, this idea of Quarantown, I'm going to do this a bunch. I'm really having fun with my blue screen and, being on a live cam because we're all live together doing this. And I want to test this out with more places. So give me your ideas. Give me your places that you want to see me go to next, and we can all go there in the next Quarantown. I do want to cut to one of our own commercials real quick as I set up for the next segment here. I do want to mention, though, that obviously, I ended on a bad note. Times Square was bad in the 60s and the 80s, but it's since been way better and has been, revitalized to what you see today. One of the coolest things I thought, it's one of the only districts in America that has this law. If you own a building in Times Square, the law is that you have to have illuminated signs. And those illuminated signs have a minimum light requirement, not a maximum, a minimum. They have to be minimum this amount bright, which is absolutely crazy. And I thought that was really cool. And it's just so interesting just to see some of these people walking around feeling like they're in, like a ghost town. It is not the craziness that was in the 60s. You guys ever see Midnight Cowboy with Dustin Hoffman? That famous movie line when he's walking across the street and he's like, I'm walking here, and he hits the taxi. That was actually an ad lib. Did you guys know that? But that's that movie, Midnight Cowboy. And that's a great depiction of how seedy this space was at that point. But now it is beautiful. So I do want to say, once again, go on over to deathwishcoffee.com. Use that discount code for your 12% discount with Mother of Content. And let me see if I can go back to the beach. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the coolest products you can buy on deathwishcoffee.com right now is the Das Horn. Do you guys know about the Das Horn? If you don't, here's the do's and don'ts of the Das Horn right here.
Hang upright around your neck for full beverage enjoyment. Looking good, Sierra.
Dave doesn't hold on to Das Horn when putting it on. Now it's upside down and everywhere.
The 12-ounce ceramic mug can be used for hot beverages, such as delicious Death Wish coffee. Use the included leather sleeve for protection. The horn can be used for 15 ounces of your favorite cold drink.
The Das Horn should be used for liquids, but Dave has filled it with popcorn. That's actually a good idea, Dave.
Firmly grip both parts and separate. Make sure seal is closed when reattaching. Great job, Sierra.
Dave isn't careful and ends up spilling his beverage. He doesn't make sure the two pieces fit, and the rest of his drink is a goner.
Use the included display stand to exhibit the Das Horn proudly on your desk or mantle.
Not using the display stand could damage the horn and spill your beverage. Use the stand, Dave!
You are now a master of the horn, so fill it with your favorite beverages.
Rejoice in the power of Das Horn.
So remember, go on over to deathwishcoffee.com. Use that discount code Mother of Content for 12% off. Don't tell Carol Baskin about it because we all know what she did. And pick up one of your Das Horns. Pick that up today. And I wanted to end this on a fun note. I'm loving all of the suggestions that I'm getting, like for to go like Antarctica or LA or, the El Capitan Theater. I love that over on YouTube. Thank you, Crazy Jerry Blonde. I saw a couple for like Universal or Disney because those are completely deserted, which is crazy. But when I was looking through webcams, I realized that it's not just places you can go. It's also fun, cute webcams, too. So here we go to Miami, Florida. Specifically, wait. Nope, wait. There we go. The Miami Zoo. And I am in the meerkat enclosure right now. And there's a little guy right there. There he is, looking out. A little cute little meerkat. Now, I learned today, I did not know this, that meerkats are actually mongooses. Gosh darn it, it went to commercial. So, we'll just stop it again, and I'll wait for that commercial to go over. I don't want to give anybody free advertising. I'll get better at all this. I'm doing all of this on like 7 different computers, so I'm going a little crazy right here. But here we go. Back to meerkats. Boom. There he is. There's a little guy, and there's another little guy up top. If I pan up a little. Yep, there's a couple. There's one by the log, I think. There's one underneath the log. Oh, little guy just popped up behind him over there. Meerkats are cute, but I didn't know they were mongooses. They are from Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, and this is really fun, too. Groups of them are called mobs or gangs. And they're very social, like you and I right now, being social on social media. And their groups usually are around 20 different meerkats in a mob. But in the wild, they've viewed up to 50 of them before, which is pretty crazy. They groom each other, they babysit each other's young, and as you can see, this guy standing up on his little perch right there. That's what they do is they look out for predators. Oh, there's another little guy down here. Look at him. Look at him. Hi, little guy. Now, this is a live feed from the Miami Zoo, the meerkat enclosure, and I can't thank EarthCams enough again for letting us all kind of go there because these poor guys are all looking out for people who would normally be coming up to the glass, being all excited to see them, and there's nobody to see them other than their trainers and the people who are taking care of them. But they all are still cute, and we get to see them, even though they don't know we're watching. We're watching. But when they look out for predators, I also didn't know this. Their predators are eagles and jackals, and if they see one coming, they'll bark, and everybody will go scattering into their holes. Obviously, the most famous meerkat is, say it with me, Timon from The Lion King. Played by Nathan Lane in the original and Billy Eichner in the live action. I have yet to watch the live action. Have you guys watched the live action? I probably will, because I'm constantly looking for new things to entertain me during this isolation. But I'm glad that you guys could join me on our first ever jaunt into Quarantown and see the meerkats in the Miami Zoo. Again, let me know. Hit me up at Fueled by Deathcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Let me know where you want future episodes of Quarantown to go, and I'll try to find webcams. EarthCam has a ton of them, so thankfully I'll be able to use theirs, but I know there's all sorts of other ones as well, and we can all travel together when we go live, because, I mean, what else is there to do? We're all stuck inside. We all miss being able to travel, but I feel like we're all in this together right now, and it's a lot of fun. So let me see if I can go back. Well, you know what? I'll just end it here with the meerkats. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. One more time, I think I have another picture of the Windbreaker right there. There's the Windbreaker that's coming out tomorrow on deathwishcoffee.com. You'll get an email. Sign up to our newsletter. Sign up for the scoop. Going over to deathwishcoffee.com to do all of that. And that Windbreaker will be out tomorrow. You'll be able to pick one up for yourself. Also, obviously, all the world's strongest coffee and everything else. Tune into the podcast every single week. Tomorrow, I have the lead guitarist and singer of a band called Elder. They are progressive rock and metal to the nth degree. It's absolutely amazing. We talk about their new record and all sorts of other amazing stuff. It was a really fun episode. And then, obviously, this weekend, I'll be coming out with part 3 of the Alien series. And maybe we'll do another Quarantown going out. I just saw over on Facebook, Mike asked if we can go to Middle Earth. I bet you there's got to be a webcam on New Zealand somewhere, right? That's basically Middle Earth. So I don't know. We'll have to find out where we're going. And I don't know. I'm glad that you guys could all come with me. I'm gonna go. Let's see. We're gonna go back over this way. I'm back at Joe Exotic's ranch. I'll actually sign off as Joe Exotic. There I am. So just remember that bitch Carol Baskin. I'd shoot you before I shoot my cat. And make sure you drink some coffee and listen to awesome, awesome songs all about tigers. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys had some fun with me. And we'll go back to Quarantown very soon. And I hope you guys stay safe and healthy out there and save the tigers. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.